Morning. What's happening? 3:30 a.m.-ish. Coach Bey, how y'all doing? Um, Today I had to get a little, I didn't want to be the weird dude in the dark, even though it is 3:30 a.m. I didn't want to be the weird dude in the dark, so I had to bring light today. Um, man, it's interesting this morning. What's on my mind, and what I wanted to talk to you about is direction. I moved to Bakersfield, California, a couple years ago. Actually, it's been a couple years ago, but I moved to California in 2005. So, interesting story. I came from Philadelphia. I moved to California because I had a best friend, one of my best friends, one of my brothers, lived in San Diego. So I packed up the car. I had a party at my pop's house. Packed up the car and drove cross country. Took me about 3 days. It's a crazy ride. It was raining, and I had never really. I've been to Actually, I hadn't been to California at that point, and I was driving. I wasn't staying in hotels, so I'm driving. I'm staying on rest stops, a little nervous about the rest stops because in my mind, the rest stops are like, greasy trucker stops. And, I didn't want to leave my car because I was nervous about basically I had my entire life packed up in this car. So I'm driving and I'm stopping whenever I get tired. And it was an interesting drive because I was by myself. I was supposed to be with a friend of mine, Dave Strasser, my man Dave. Shout out to my man Dave. Um, but he had hurt his arm a few weeks before. But I'm twisted, not glad he didn't hurt his arm, but it was good because I didn't have any room. I had too much stuff. So anyway, I'm driving and direction was really important because at that point there was really no GPS. At least I didn't know about GPS, but I didn't have access to GPS, so I had this laptop, and I had like MapQuest or something up on the laptop, and I got the laptop next to me. I'm driving, I'm eating my snacks, and I'm looking down back and forth at this MapQuest trying to figure out exactly how to get to California because at that point I had no idea. And that laptop really was a savior for me because it gave me the direction that I needed. And without it, I'd have been all over the place. There was two roads. I could have went really far south, and I went straight across. I'll never forget. I got to Texas, and in my mind, I'm taking myself through all kinds of scenarios. And I got to Texas, and I just was like, man, I've got to get through Texas fast as I possibly can for a lot of reasons. Uh, but the point in all of that is that laptop helped me with my direction. And I had a destination, but I needed direction to get there. And my point for you today is it's really important that you find direction. That you find direction. So many times we are not sure where we want to go. So many times we put it in our mind that we have to get there fast, and we kind of dip our toes in the pool, if you will. You dip your toes in the pool, you take them out. You dip your toes in the pool, you take them out. Expecting it to be warm when it's going to be cold and a little uncomfortable. So it's really important that you find direction, and you're gonna find direction in your dreams. You're gonna find direction in your dreams. Your dreams, that's your map quest. That's your GPS talking to you. That's your life's GPS telling you which direction you should actually go. And that life's GPS, it may be something weird to other people. It may be untraditional. It may be something that in other people's mind is risky, right? But that's okay because that dream didn't come to them. That dream came to you. That dream showed up in your mind, in your soul, in your spirit, in your bones, and you felt it. But for many of us, we get that feeling, and because it's not supported by other people, we put it down, right? So it's really important that you not only pay attention to your dreams, but understand that your dreams are the direction that your body and your mind and your soul are talking to you about. That your life's GPS is basically telling you, hey man, this is the way you need to go. It's natural. It's organic. It's what makes you feel good inside. So it's really important to pay attention to those dreams and understand it's giving you the direction that you need. Um, in the direction I believe that you should follow. And by all means, there's a lot of loved ones out there that's going to care for you and want to give you, want to keep you safe, basically. They want to keep you safe. You know, I shared a dream of mine a really long time ago with someone I care for and that cares for me. And I was basically shot it down like, you know, you're thinking too big. And I really shouldn't have listened, to be honest with you. And I should not have allowed my dreams to be controlled or have that much weight placed on my dreams that I can be derailed, that they can be derailed by somebody else's, fears that they're putting on me. You know, so listen to your dreams. I don't care who it is that's talking to you. I don't care how safe they feel like they're trying to, put you in this bubble of safety. You know, gotta have a backup plan, baby. Okay, well, my man Denzel Washington, he said you gotta fall forward. You know, failures are steps on the road to success. You're gonna fall on your face and embarrass yourself plenty of times, but that's a part of the process. So, pay attention to that direction. Pay attention to your dreams. Don't throw those dreams away. You don't want to take your dreams and your talents and all the gifts that you have. You don't want to take those to the grave with you. Share those dreams. They're supposed to live. They're not just dreams. And your dreams don't come true unless you actually follow them. Right? So follow through on your dreams and understand that that's a part of you. And that part of you is the most purest part inside that the world needs to see. I believe that, I use basketball analogies a lot, right? So if you can shoot, say for instance you're a shooter. If you can shoot and you too scared to miss, or you missed a couple and now you're not shooting anymore, well, you're cheating the team. You're being selfish. You're cheating the team and not giving the team everything that you can offer, right? So if you have this great talent, if you have this dream inside that could potentially change your city, your state, the world, and you don't give it to us, man, you cheat us. And that's selfish. So don't be selfish. Might be nervous, might be some fear. And realistically, if you're not doing something that's going to put a little bit of fear in your heart, well, you're living small anyway, So understand that those dreams need to come alive, and there's going to be some fears and some uncertainty around it. But that's where you need to be. You need to be in that uncomfortable space, right? You need to challenge yourself and do things outside the box. So just make sure that you understand that the direction that your spirit and the things that you love are taking you. That's the space that you need to go. And I remember as a child not following the direction of my dreams. And I'm blessed today. I have a beautiful family. I wouldn't change anything in the world. Because what I have, I'm just blessed every single day. Beautiful wife, beautiful children. But when I was a child, I used to spend literally hours every day in the basement of my parents' home, dribbling the basketball, working on my game, right? And as I was down in the basement, I would also be watching basketball games. I'm dribbling around, I'm watching the games, and I'm locked in on these games. Locked in like a laser on the games, studying the players and studying what they do and how they play, but I never looked outside the lines in terms of what was there. I loved the game so much that I was just locked in on the game. But what I didn't do is look outside the lines in terms of what was there in front of my face that could potentially keep me in that game, in the game of basketball, close to the game at least, that I fell in love when I was 10 years old. All the producers and executives and the writers and the commentators, the camera guys and women, all those people that created this game that I love so much. Because even if you don't, say for instance, you want to be a basketball player, even if you don't make it to the pros, I mean, you can still stay close to the game. When the basketball stops dribbling, you can stay close to the game. But I didn't think outside of the lines. I didn't look outside of the lines. I didn't listen to my dream. And as a result, I went into a whole different direction. So it's important to stay in tune and pay attention to your dreams. Don't just live a dream. Don't just allow that dream to be. You have to engage it. You got to engage your dreams because they're there, and they're not going to just knock on the door just because you're nice and pretty and people like you. You have to be involved and engaged in your dreams. So the direction that you need to understand is the direction that's inside of you, and that GPS that you hit the start button on, and this tell you to go straight and go right and go left and travel forward, that's where you need to go. I don't care what anyone says. That's what you need to do. And yes, you're going to be fearful. There's going to be some times where you're not going to be certain in terms of your direction. But one thing that I know for sure is that this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be here talking to you right now, give you the inspiration that you need to get it going, to move in the direction of the champion that you are, because you are a champion. It's inside. Maybe it hasn't been revealed yet, but it's inside of you. You're a champion. Believe it. Design your life around the things that you love. I never forget, I bring it up all the time, Charles Barkley. He said, he never had a job before. Well, he's on TNT, I believe, every day or every other day during the basketball season. And, he played basketball forever. But after that, that's pretty much, he hit television. That's a job. But he loves talking about basketball so much that it's not a job, that it's not work. And I'm sure there's preparation that he has to go through. But when you do the things that you love, it's not work. It's not as hard as you think that it is. You get lost in it, and all of a sudden 2, 3, 4 hours go by. Well, that's your dream. That's where you need to be. You don't have to be a fireman because your dad is a fireman. You don't have to be a lawyer because your mom is a lawyer. It's a great profession, don't get me wrong, but you don't have to do that. Dave Chappelle, he talks about how, and I'm not going to tell jokes, that's for sure, but he talks about how he is the first person in his family outside of slavery not to get a college degree, and his family looking at him weird, like, man, what's wrong? You bumped your head or something? Fell down, right? But he was following his dream, the thing that was talking to him inside, the thing that brought him to life. And, there's only one Dave Chappelle, by all means. So I'm not saying that you're going to be Dave Chappelle, you're going to be Kobe Bryant or any of these other guys. You're not going to be Condoleezza Rice or any of these people, that have risen to the top of their craft, right? But you can be the best version of you. That's for sure. You can be a success for you. You can be the elite version of successful for you. You can become that. You can become that. Gotta believe it, because it's possible. If it's humanly possible for you to do it, you can do it. Just gotta believe it. You gotta hit the play button. You gotta start. And it starts with the dream. It starts with that unique dream that's inside of you. So man, and my wish for you today is that you just take some time to think. Because if you haven't started, it may be a little overwhelming. So I just want you to take some time to think about the thing that you want to do, right? And I'm not telling you quit your job, but think about it. Think about how much joy you'd have every single day if you can do that thing every day. Think about how meaningful life would be because we don't have 1,000 years to live. You gotta understand that as well. And how do you want to live? Do you want to live your life making other people's dreams come true, or do you want to live your life making your own dreams come true? I go every single day to different stores and different places, and you see people, in the store working, and you can see that some people really love what they do. They're involved. And how can I help you? They're really involved, right? But then you see some people, it's just like, but man, why are you even here? Why don't you just go home, check out, go home, and find something else to do? Because you don't look like you're supposed to be here, because you definitely don't look like you want to be here. That's not a way to live, right? So pay attention to your dream, pay attention to it, embrace it, give it some love, care, and attention, and then hit the play button. Start. I don't care where you are. Start where you stand and keep moving forward. Start where you stand and keep moving forward. All right? Believe that it's possible. You are a champion. Believe it. Design your life. This is Coach Bey. Look, I'm going to be here 3:30-ish in the morning. And I got to give myself the ish because all kinds of stuff happens in my house. But yeah, man, I enjoyed this time. Please comment if you want to talk about anything, if you need some advice, if you want to talk, if you want to engage, if you want to share your dream. We love to hear from you. I love to hear from you. All right? All right, I got to get out of here. It's early in the morning. I got to go and get some work done. And I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy seeing what's going to happen for you in the future. This is your man, Coach Bey. Talk to you soon. Peace. Let's get on out of here.